Welcome in, everyone. Happy to see you back. Hi, I'm Chef JT. Everything's still wet. I just scrubbed everything down. So we're going to dry off everything here to start. Hello, JK. Welcome in, narrator. Hello, Shaunavision. Okay, welcome. We're doing cheeseburger pie tonight. Well, different type of pie. Technically this is, like there's no pepperoni. Then we get into that whole conversation of how it's made in the first place, which the official version out of his, library sounds ridiculous. Oops, forgot to grind. Gotta mute. That didn't work. Welcome in, Split. I'm gonna get semi-technical about tonight's dinner. You can get so much more complicated with what I'm planning to do, but we'll see. I'm not seeing a scramble. Where's my scramble at? Hey, Zeeks. Let's see if I can't fix this. special event just for that, though, don't I? Special action. Yeah, I do have a reset. That should work, though. Shows connected. That shows connected. Does the bot say it's connected? Bot says everything's great. Huh. Minecraft, Not sure what's going on there. Oh, well, we'll move on with making the rest of our coffee here. Nice. You break down the whole chicken and break out the boning knife too, or? I actually don't normally break out boning knife just for breaking down a chicken, but it's a legitimate use for it. Yeah, thighs are they're handy. They one of the better cuts and meats in the animal, and only 2 bones, 2 bones, depending on. Besides that, it's the only legit knife where you can not only hold it like this, but it is considered acceptable to hold this knife like this. Oh, like this. Like this. Like murder scene holding a knife versus. By the way, this is the only newer handled Grand Prix that I own, and they've since outdated this handle too. Leaving everything over here. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight. Cheers. Okay, we're gonna start by making some dough. Fine, go over there if you don't want to go. Please, I normally want you. This is maybe a bit too hard still. I want it cold for the... I pulled it out of the freezer a good 45 minutes ago into the refrigerator. The bacon show up for that? Or the chocolate show up for that? The chocolate heart show up for that? I will. Happy Sunday to everyone. I'm going to continue going through this butter until it's small little bits in with the flour. I'm amazed that it is cut this well, being that it is still feeling like it's frozen. Hi, so. For anyone just joining in, I'm making pie dough. I've got a cup of butter and a cup and a half of flour in there. realizing I probably should have weighed the flour. Oh well. That would have been the accurate, proper baker way. I think we're still going to get a delicious pie dough. Oh, hey. Maybe you want to see what I'm actually working on. Hey. That might be useful, wouldn't it? Oops. I'm big on weighing, but much more when I'm working in like restaurant style batches. Works great financially too. You get them wanting to be dialed in on exact measurement. But at home, most home scales, the small scales, not a proper commercial scale, is the sensors on them are pretty much junk. And so I don't necessarily think they're all that great for small homes, especially cheap at home use. You know, you're not going to spend a ton on it. You're not buying this Toray that I have over here that I haven't used for 5 years, but can be calibrated and certified. And I never use it at home either. It's just off in the corner. Like, I tried to set it up as a nice little waste center over there, and then it became my battery center was over there. And so it's a little bit like it's just a tabletop now. Bit of salt. I know I got one in here. Where are you? Get over here. Put a new filter on that thing the other day, and it just drains through water so quick now that I'm just like, it's a bull. There's not a lot of water there. Just enough to get everything sort of sticky. Ooh. French fry style pizza crust. Is it like, so is it like hash brown potatoes or something? That they've turned into a like crust, or I'm intrigued. I know you can do all sorts of potato doughs. It could just be a potato dough that tastes a bit like a fried potato. Alright, we're gonna let this sit in the fridge for a little bit and chill back down. Chill that flour down. You can tell by the flour. Like if you have if you're doing pastry flour, you're doing pastry dough, and you have work ahead or plan ahead time, throw your flour in the refrigerator or even in the freezer. Because that's what's going to warm up your butter more than you working the butter. I'm intrigued to hear how that turns out. Like, there's all sorts of, like, is it wheat-free? Is it a gluten-free product? Because potatoes don't have gluten. Nice. Cool. Since I rewrote my dad joke script, like, before I had the dad joke script, I actually just stole it from someone. I don't remember where I got it. It would pull it twice, once for Twitch and one for YouTube. And so I'd get two different dad jokes. So on one hand, that was cool because every once in a while I could, you know, point out to chat the one that you didn't see, which is sort of fun. But now I get both of them with the same joke. Less API calls. I think our next project here is to figure out our pie setup. Yes, API calls. I'm still making way too many of them, but I'm trying to reduce them. $6.50 ain't bad for a frozen pizza these days. I locked the camera in place so you don't see me going over by the back door here, so I can search for stuff. I need you and you. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough dough for two of these, but we'll start out preparing for two, and maybe we'll do two. And I also need rings from my baking stuff. Get ready to be inundated with vanilla smell Yep. Kitchen smells like vanilla. Back away. Close. Go away. Gold smell. Gold spray. Afraid I'm gonna get that mica spray on my hands just touching my baking stuff these days. Hi, Panda. Welcome, welcome. Okay, there we go. We need a ring that is slightly smaller than you when you are compressed. Let's see, that's about perfect. And give us a thin amount for our dough. It'll work well, I think, maybe for almost well, I'm missing the one in between, aren't I? Yeah, there's one in between that I'm missing somewhere. Which is probably the one I want, too. Where else would I have that in these days? Not that. Nope. Okay. Lost the time. So I guess we'll go with this one for the center stuff. Yeah, that'll work fine. Okay. Some of the last local beef. I don't know how much longer we're going to have any local beef. Well, that isn't Marin Sun Farms. Even still, these guys probably played Marin Sun Farms a fortune to process their beef. Marin Sun Farms is not the devil, it's just the local devil. They're just a large meat company. So I'm going to separate this into 4-ish patties. This is not their final form. We're just getting them in a general patty shape. Hey, Alex. So I'm going to take each of these and force them into plastic wrap lined ring so that they're all perfect size for being inside this after I cook them. That's why I'm using the larger one here that just barely fits in there. I'm planning to sear these so they're going to shrink a little bit. I guess I'm folding the plastic over these. Hi, Michael. We got that covered. We can now take these off of the meat cutting board. Give the cutting board a good clean off. I guess I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to take a number of these and make a little bit more jammier of a ketchup. In other words, I'm going to blend these with some ketchup to both make it a little bit fresher and thicker. Actually, I guess I could do the sun-dried tomato too. Yeah. So we got sun-dried tomatoes, we got fresh tomatoes, and we're gonna throw some ketchup in there. Let's see if that blends up. Gonna have to mute for that. Wow, is that button just not working now? Lovely. What's going on here? I'm feeling like some of this stuff with the new upgrade to, or update to StreamerBot has broken things. There we go. Yeah, Heinz. I haven't tried all of them to say whether I like some other brand better or not. But at least here, it is such a standard everywhere of what people expect, of what people are looking for. If I'm going to use ketchup, it's one of the few products that I am that way about. There's a few of them, but, like, after all, I mean, I think I've tried making ketchup on stream before. I've certainly made it before. Alright, like, good scrape down, good initial blend there, but this obviously needs a bit more. So, muting back up and back to the blend. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you for the follows. Welcome in, everyone. What were we cooking tonight, Dana's Kitchen? Thank you so much for the raid. I am Chef JT. I cook here on Twitch 4 nights a week. And I'm doing a cheeseburger pie tonight. Maybe 2. We'll see. I'm working on making a sort of fancified ketchup, if only because I don't want to put straight ketchup into what I'm cooking. So what you're looking at here in the blender is a combination of good old Heinz. In the US, continuing our conversation from ketchup before we had all these lovely visitors, besides, you know, the traditional Heinz, we have, there are several big brands of ketchup available in the U.S. At the same time, it's still, everyone expects Heinz when they talk about what they describe about in the ketchup. I appreciate that, Finks. Sphinx. I'm gonna mute once more and give this another blend. There we go, that's the right scene. Yeah, Hunts. For the most part, they're just sort of like almost like imitations. I know from the history of ketchup that it's really an imitation of fish sauce originally, but this is maybe just proving too small for my Vitamix. Might have to switch out here. From one blender to another. I wasn't making enough progress there, scraping this one down. It was just pushing it all to the sides, and then I love this blender. This blender is amazing, but it does not handle small amounts of stuff very well. So for those perhaps also just joining in, we have our patties already shaped out to be the larger ring size. This is going to be our springform pan for the pie. So high side pie. And then these are the rings for going in it there. This is what I just sized the beef to, which it's going to shrink because I'm going to sear it before I wrap them in the pies. And then this is for all the other ingredients. So we got those. I also just have some freshly put together pie dough. Just a simple 3-2-1 pie dough with the pinch of salt. plug this in over here. Making sure to bump my microphone around several times. Yeah, I don't think we need this on full, but yeah. Are we? You're locked down there. You're locked down here. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. Maybe it was. My bad if it was. Yeah, I was working with a restaurant that was opening. It never really worked out being a good restaurant. It was a mess. I don't really normally talk about it. But I started out, it was like one of my first jobs out of college. They offered me the chef job of a new restaurant. And I was like, sure, you know? And then it just ended up being an absolute cluster. Like, the owner was just in there every 30 seconds with, why don't we do this and why don't we do that? And spending half of my day, when I wanted to go and grab some plates for a specific dish, and he took me out on like an all-day jaunt shopping, didn't buy a single thing, and I don't think I even got the plates that I went out for with him. And I was like, I got stuff I gotta do if you want me to work. Anyways, he wanted to make his own ketchup, and I'm like, that is not something I want to do. What, like, people expect, at least here in the US, everywhere I have worked, they expect Heinz. We'll give this one more spin. We'll mute for this once again, this time. There we go. Okay. So, I think this is what I'm going to go with in my pies. I'm going to strain this. I say pies. I made meat for 2 pies. I'm generally going towards 2 pies here, but I don't know that I have the dough for 2 pies. I probably do. Heinz just has that consistency, that acid level. They just have it down. Like, they're growing their own tomatoes. They're making their own specific vinegar for it. Like, it's 100% start to finish designed to be ketchup. It ain't Bob's tomatoes with unknown sugar and water content from the farmer's market. There isn't a, I don't think there's a Bob's tomato. Sorry if there's a Bob's Tomatoes in Sonoma. It was a random name. But I don't want all this skin in my tomato mixture or those seeds. No skins, no seeds, just sticky icky. And we have my jammier Heinz. For those that didn't catch what I did there, I took a bunch of cherry tomatoes. I have a giant jar of sun-dried tomatoes. So some fresh tomatoes, some sun-dried tomatoes, and some Heinz. Blended them all together, and now we've strained the skins and the seeds out of it. And I'm immediately trying to clean out my screen so I don't get tomatoes stuck in it for a century. Do we have any disagreeers with my thoughts on ketchup? Do we have anyone that's like, nah, like everyone in my town uses Hunt's? Should have scrubbed it down to begin with, but so get to soap it up a second time now. Okay, I'm sure I missed some things here. Oh, Dana's Kitchen made a Venezuelan steak sandwich and Venezuelan tostone avocado relish. Yummy. I don't know offhand what makes Venezuelan makes it, but tostone's yummy. It is pretty much red sugar. Like, they're all got corn syrup as a top ingredient. And see, that doesn't have the same smoothness of Heinz either, but it's going to be yummy and it's a little bit thicker, which is why I really need it. Forget about you for the moment until we get to our lemon cucumbers later. That's when the pie's in the oven though. Are we searing these or trying to think through what all I need set up for this project? I think we're on to searing burgers. Yee. spray oil in there. And do these two at a time here. Salt. Salt. It makes me wonder if they've maybe, going back to ketchup being red sugar, like, it used to be an acidic sweet thing, and the acid's definitely still there, but I wonder how much that's been cut back in lieu of sugar, considering we have pickles and everything else that we throw into burgers. I bet it's getting less common for you, so. I read that overnight, 80% of small packages in the UPS stopped. 80%. Due to the new tariffs on small packages. But French's, we see French's here, but mostly I see French's for mustard. And I actually would do French's over. I don't know what I even have in my... Yeah, I have French's in my refrigerator right now, but it's French's mustard. Store brand ketchup isn't like the same brand but store bottled versus like what you have in a restaurant or at home or elsewhere, or salt the other sides of these now. Are they even made by different companies these days, or are they just different brands? Like, that happens so much. Like, we were talking about root beer the other night. Like, root beer is all owned by, like, one company. And then there's one Coke brand. Like, it's all... Got one of those companies, is it Kraft? One of the big food conglomerates is talking about splitting again. The real reason that makes me think that they're the same company is here in the US, like, the packaging, like, they could be coming from the same factory with different labels. Yes, they're 80-20 burgers, but they're good local beef 80-20. I considered the 80-15s, or 85-15s, but... Thank you, Michael. Yeah, it's getting really pricey. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was probably 11, 12 buck range a pound. When I'm buying from supermarkets around here, I actually don't pay a ton of attention to price per pound. I look at what I'm getting and the price that they got it for. Because I'm typically not doing budget shopping when I'm buying, you know, just a pound of beef or something like that. And yeah, the reason that I do that is it gets sort of complicated here with taxes and stuff all over the place. Like, it changes from city to city in Sonoma County what your tax rate's going to be. I do remember. Was it Campbell's? No, it was Mondelez. Kraft's already been split up once. They're splitting it again. Chanavision, you should try doing it with cream next time. But yeah, overall beef is getting really, if you look at the national prices, if you're buying conventional beef in the US, you've had a royal sticker shock. The pricier stuff is still pricey and it's gotten a little pricier, but not nearly what, conventional beef has done. The trick or the problem with cream is to properly add it to a soup is you either have to mix it when they're cold together or you want to warm up gently because you'll break the cream, but you want to warm it up so it's generally the same temperature that you're adding it to the soup. Otherwise you won't get a decent thickening out of it. I generally use half and half instead of cream here, but I have half and half in my fridge for making coffee all the time. So, if I'm using cream, I'll occasionally buy cream, but it's either I'm buying cream to make whipped cream, where I need that fat in whole cream, or I'm using so much of it that it's worthwhile to get a bottle of the real stuff. But if you're doing soup, that's probably enough for a pint. If you're doing I think they even sell half pints. I just want to drink this liquid that's on the cutting board. Where's my... Huh? Is that working tonight? At least that works. You okay, captions? You seem a little delayed. Flame is off on those last two burgers. We'll leave those there for right now. No, not 2 layers, 1. Take a paper towel and wipe down around us. We got oil splatter all over the place from searing those burgers. So don't want any fires being created here, so we're going to get rid of most of that oil. wood too, or whatever these counters are. Never quite figured that out. Pretty sure they're wood with some dark finish or stain going on with them, but or they've had the whatever treatment they do to high school science tables. I think that's what they did to this. To this table down here. To this table back here. Alright, back up being nice and warm. We'll add our onions in there now. We're going to cook those with all that burger grease. All that lovely stuff that's stuck on the bottom of that lovely burger fond. Turn the flame down considerably on that. Splashing and popping, yeah. I've seen people that use those, and one, for me, they look horrible on screen, so that's why I don't really use them, but I can see them being much easier to help with cleanup. My major hack with cleanup is the pads underneath here, the black pads underneath the pan are Teflon sheets. So they just, like, nothing sticks to them. Have I heard of hamburger gravy? Not 100% sure what you mean by hamburger gravy. My initial assumption is likely beef bouillon thickened onion gravy, which onion gravy is a big thing. Like, that'll get your diner senses going, remind you of all your favorite diner foods. Make some onion gravy. Trying to get that fond to come up off of there. It just doesn't want to, it just wants to stay stuck to the pan. Alright, turning the onions off. We'll let them cool down in that hot pan. sounds like a good method, Tom. Gets you lots of good flavor, real easy. Makes use of all of that fat that you paid beef price for that fat. Don't want to do cheese yet. We got that. Are we on to... I think we're going to do potatoes, start cutting potatoes while we're waiting on the onions to cool down. Nope, that's just onions, the fond, the cooking of the onions. Actually, let's go see if we got any big boys in here first. We'll leave it with that. Nope, there is just onions and oops, we're going to an ad. I'm just going to be cutting potatoes. Oh. Lost forever. Maybe we'll only do 2 potatoes here. should get those underwater though, so they don't start browning. One more potato. It's almost unfair how much more extra work some things are for people in the home to do versus commercial. Like, the way they cut potatoes in factories is they put them in a pipe with water, forcing it through with the water, and you just have blades in the pipe. Like, it just goes through and it's cut. Like, versus all the time I just spent doing that. The 10 minutes or so. Add a bit more water to this party. It's looking rather cloudy, so I'm going to rinse off the starch. Give it some fresh water. That's a little warmer than I just want to hold on to. It's almost time to get back into doing pastry. I'm gonna give a quick clean up to this cast iron pan we did the burgers and the onions on. Smells amazing even getting cleaned. Smells amazing even getting cleaned. We'll warm that back through and dry it back off on the stove. And we'll get our potatoes going. Ooh. Hope it's a good pizza. I also hope that the toppings don't ruin the pizza. Like, we've been talking about the crust all of this time, and since you're trying out a new pizza, the toppings could fail on this too. Too much sauce, too little sauce, too much cheese. Let's face it, it's a bought purchase pizza. It's going to have too little cheese. Unstable, what's going on here? I'm not having any packet loss. Don't have any drop frames. So that's just you, Twitch. That's all your fault. Okay. Gonna start cooking our potatoes. And we're gonna go back to our dough. You need to be turned on. This camera does much better when it's turned on. I could say the same about myself, but I think we all figured that one out. Interesting, so no tomato. It's a straight cheese and bacon pizza. And potato. Get the flour back out here. So I'm going to roll this out to the proper thickness for this, and then be like, can I get 2 out of this? Once the crust closer to the flame. Oh, not that yet. So for anyone lurking about out there, has anyone been reading the post-stream summaries that I've been having the bot do in Discord? Are we pro or negative on these? Hopefully not negative. Though constructive criticism is constructive. Alternatively, you can see them in the comments sections of my videos lately. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that Dance of the Felines. Like, I've tried the link several times. I wish I could snap my fingers and know exactly what you're seeing and be able to fix it for you, Dances. But unfortunately, I'm not Thanos. That might be fun. Alright. So now we're pushing excess pastry up out of that. Don't really want it doubled up like it is there, but I guess I'll live with it. And then I'm going to throw in the fridge, because this pastry's pretty soft, and I want to keep it cold. If you click on the link just directly, if you do that link does that. Because, I mean, it's a public Discord. It's not blocking anyone. Let's see here. That's a brand new link. Brand new link generated just now. Okay, in the fridge with this one as well. Now with the rest of this dough, we're going to fold back up. And roll it back out. I put the flour away, didn't I? Of course I did. Book fold it in one direction, book fold it in the other direction. A little bit longer. Okay. Cut that in half. Cut a hole out the top of them using my apple core. Ooh. Sorry, Dan, that is frustrating when you get that, like, what? I've been your customer for X years? Why you gotta make me basically recreate my account? Isn't this your problem? Let's make sure we got everything out here ready to go. in our burgers. Let's put this back in the fridge. I got you. I need you. I need you. And put these tops in the fridge too. Get them, or keep them chilly as much as possible. That's gonna hit. I miss ICQ. Sound? Uh-oh. I hear sound going out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Took me a second. Is this man cutting out cheese? Yes, yes he is. I had a 7-digit ICQ number too. Like, I wasn't one of the ultra low number people, but I wasn't one of the 8 or 9 numbers. I think they actually got up to like 11. Cheese scraps will be used in soup tomorrow. Okay, so we got 4 slices of cheese. Let's do our first pie here. Decisions. I think I'm going with onions on the bottom. Look at that, perfect fit. Nice. Little cap of Dijon. A little worried we're going a little too tall here. We'll see. What chat thinks. See what chat thinks. We going too tall here? That second burger is almost entirely out of the top. I'm going with it anyway, Dances. If only Dad Joke learned from my chat. Like, all the criticisms I have given it over the years. Actually, I spoke about this the other night. I'm half tempted to switch APIs on that. Because it doesn't seem like it has the most comprehensive. You know, I was thinking what design I could go with for these, but I'm just sort of liking the smooth top. Like, this is a flaky top, so it should expand a bit. I don't know. So that's one down. On to number 2. We gotta cut more cheese for number 2. I gotta cut the cheese for number 2. I felt the need to make that joke. Just, I don't know. Missed the mark on that one. Gypped it. We getting smoky again? I think we're probably gonna get smoky in the kitchen again. I got too much. I gotta clean out the oven properly. Okay, pie number 2. I forgot the onions first. Resting a frozen pizza? Gourmet. Again, we're essentially sticking out of the... We're back to building towers. With our slightly thickened homemade Dr. Ketchup. Dab of our fiery homemade Dijon mustard. Oh, turning the fan on high, starting to get that smoke out of the oven. trying to roll the top over, sort of creasing in to the bottom so that they're sort of rolled together, and trying not to break it underneath, which I questionably did right there for the first time ever. We're okay. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, there we go. Good with that and that. I'm going to turn on a couple other fans because this house is quickly getting very smoky. Why are you stuck over there, camera? I'm over here. Why aren't you? There we go. There you woke up. No. That is not this. Though I have successfully, I don't want to flip this board. I have successfully burnt this board on the underside. No, this smoke is being created because of the junk that I have in my oven right now. We're going to let it burn out and burn through, which hopefully will not take too long. We're going to open a window too. American cheese is not cheese, but it does have a place in this world. And yeah, we probably shouldn't call it like that's the legal law too. It can't be called cheese. It's a cheese product, or a pasteurized prepared cheese product. It's not actually cheese. It's smoky in here. Yep, so like while it is not cheese, there is no cheese that melts like American cheese. Like, unless it's some other non-cheese cheese product, they don't have enough oil to melt nicely. The fat and the dairy fat just doesn't melt nicely. You need the cheap oil. Onions. Doing a little cleanup here, basically. You've got to get everything off of this counter here now. While we're letting the oven bake through and smoke itself out. let the stove or let the oven stop hotboxing itself so that we don't get smoky burger pies. Yep, nothing quite like American. The other thing that most Americans don't, well, most people don't realize about American cheese is that it's really a reclaimed product. Like, you had these cheese companies out there making fancy blocks of all sorts of cheese, and then they get scraps and end cuts and leftovers from shredding and stuff that just fell on the floor. They melt that all down into the American and add some oil to it. You're done. You got another product with all your scraps. The smoke is reducing. It's nicely filled the home at this point, but hopefully the fans will deal with that soon. I'm guessing this is not what people meant when they said they were, experimenting with smoking techniques in the recent poll on Discord. Pan and parchment for our pies to go on. We'll set that off to the side there. Oh, certainly. I've done Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. Those are delicious. Going to strain off and then dry our potatoes. Trying to be careful since now they're cooked, they're soft. You don't want to crack them all in half. The big problem with Philly cheesesteak is they had the ability to make large batches of the beef and refrigerate it, and slicing either frozen or refrigerated beef that's been cut or cooked so much easier. And so they can cook it to the perfect temp, and then they can either slice it if they're doing it in a rush, but they can then cool it down to refrigerator temp and then slice it, mix it, and put it into the sandwiches super quick. We done smoking yet? I can't tell if it's just what's left over in the room or if it's done smoking. Let's increase the temp and smoke a bit longer. That's unfortunate, Dance of the Felines. That sounded like that could have been a winner. Though truthfully, if I'm going for that flavor combo out of something in the frozen aisle, I'm going to suggest pierogies. Like, super quick to do. Like, they're as quick as ramen, basically. You know, you just have to have some boiling water. And then you can saute them if you want them crispy and crunchy, too. But yeah, that's a bummer pizza didn't work out for you. My ankle is not happy lately. I don't know what I did to upset it, but it has not been happy. That's not a real complaint, chat. That's like 40-year-old aches and pains complaint. Tomorrow, 3 years ago. I'm not sure, Dance of the Felines, or Master of Splits. What happened 3 years ago? Sad thing is my brain immediately went towards, is that COVID? And no, that was longer. Years longer. dithering, do I oven finish these or do I fry them? I think I'm gonna fry them. I'm leaning towards frying them. I don't like the way you feel. Yep, lamb's been on the menu for 3 years already. Want to know what else is crazy? They haven't named his uncle in the Epstein files yet. Oof. Dark week in history. And we changed our defense department to the Department of War after India, China, Russia, and every other red state in the world decided to meet up together. This does not bode well. Hey, JK. They're only projecting it's going to cost us about $1 billion to make that name change. No big deal. Trying to think out timings here. I don't know how long these pies are actually going to take me to cook. I mean, I've seared the burgers, so I'm not really concerned about the insides having to cook through entirely. That's really the reason why I seared that. They're gonna need at least 20 minutes. But I'm guessing it's probably gonna be closer to 30 to 35. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw those in. We'll start with a 25-minute timer there. Alright, we're starting in on my salad here, if I hadn't mentioned that. I'm going to be doing lemon, cucumber, tomato, red onion, yogurt, and sprout salad. The lemon cucumbers I'm going to rinse off and then scrub with a brand new scrubby. Brand new clean scrubby. Uh-oh, recipe generator's out again. I love rib roast beef with clams. I could go for the Barolo though. I don't know if it would necessarily match with tonight's dinner, but I'd drink it. I was strongly debating getting wine for tonight. Just sort of in the mood. Actually, I'm not throwing those in there. Those just don't feel like they're have a good texture when I was cutting them. What else has the generator got for us tonight? Cherry pie sounds good. It's a little late for cherries this year. I guess it depends on where you are with the cherries. Garlic butter, parsley, escargot. The spaghettini. What's spaghettini? Is that like Fat Angel hair? With white truffles. Ooh. I could go for Merlot too. Merlot would probably fit tonight a little bit better. That all works together. Like the sauteed onions would be a bit heavy and the devil's food cake would definitely be a bit heavy. But otherwise that all goes together. Like, that one actually works. let's just add some mustard on it. $55.99. Well, using especially fancy names like Alberta beef, which I've never heard of, other than I'm sure they grow beef. And that was a complete stab in the dark at what a full-fledged steak dinner would run at a halfway decent place these days. Dessert included. Dessert and a glass of wine. Not that I would drink Merlot and a flute, but... Is Alberta Canada's beef capital? And start heating oil here for frying. So what all am I putting in with this? I think we need, let's go seasonings first. Do a little ginger. That was a lot of ginger, but I'll live with it. Light garlic. Thyme. Pretty heavy with the thyme too. And then I think just a little punch of cayenne. Definitely some pepper. salt, MSG, freeze-dried dill, freeze-dried parsley, why not, Worcestershire, Shiitake's way too strong for abalone. I sort of think of abalone, however you're supposed to properly pronounce it, as shrimp with a steak texture. And plain goat yogurt, which is also locally made, so that's, well, I guess they call it sheep yogurt, but sheep and goat yogurt. And also local, radish sprouts. Which I'm going to wait to mix these in, but these are getting mixed in with this. But as soon as we do, these are going to start wilting. So this is sort of a mix and serve, because it doesn't look great after you let them sit for a bit. Sounding like a chef already there, Master Splits. My food art is for the public to decipher. Oh, that needs a wash. That needs a wash. My hand's now dirty. other than the ribeye steak being like way out of left field, all that sounds delicious. I'd probably have I prefer the Cabernet with the steak than the avocado tartare. Really? We're getting there already with our pies? It's already been 25 minutes? Alright chat, we got 3 minutes on that timer. I'm going to take a quick 3-minute break. And I will be back here to join you and do frying potatoes and reveal on, well, maybe reveal, maybe extend the time on our pies. See you later folks in a couple minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the management of this theater takes great pleasure in making this announcement. To each lady attending this theater each week, will receive absolutely free a fascinating 12-piece kitchen cutlery set, 1 piece each time. It is really interesting and amazing to know how you can prepare your meals in an appetizing and pleasing manner. There's an old saying, and a true one, that what is pleasing to the eye is bound to be pleasing to the appetite. I'm going to demonstrate this set to you, and I want you to watch it very closely. The first cutter that I'm going to show you, now this first one is known as the Parisian cutter. Wind it through the potato like a corkscrew. When the cutter appears on the opposite side, pull the cutter out. Place the handle in the center and twist it out. This is what they call a French curl. When you fry these, they come out like donuts, nice and brown. Serve them with your steaks or pot roast them. Unwind it, there's 2 curls out of the 1 potato. Tomorrow morning for breakfast, wind a little strip of bacon around the potato and serve them with bacon and eggs. They're delicious. Different colored vegetables, wind them together and you get the 2 colors. Here's a little trick cut. Split the curl halfway through the center. If you're making a shrimp salad and you happen to run short of shrimp, mix these in with the regular shrimp. Upon my word, you couldn't tell the difference until you start to eat them. Now the rest of the potato, you stuff it. We'll call this a little chicken. We'll call this here some hamburger. You might have a little meat that's been laying in the ice box for a few days. Chop the meat up fine, season it highly, stuff it into the center of the potato and bake them with the skins on. When they're done, cut them in 2. Serve them on the half shell just like that. Serve them in slices when company calls. The more company you have, the thinner you cut the slices. If your mother-in-law calls, give her a beak piece like that. Now the second tool in the set is known as the garnishing knife. Everything you cut with this must come out fancy. Watch this, please. You cut down, you turn the potato, and then you cut through the edge. First one way, and then the other. Sweet potatoes cut like this. Drop them into a little batter of pancake flour and fry them. When they're golden brown, sprinkle molasses on them. Serve them with strips of bacon for breakfast while they're delicious. Here's beets you pick.
All right, that was 3 minutes. Actually, a few seconds longer. Let's take a glance and see if our pies are looking good. They're looking delicious, but they're not quite there with our color, so we're gonna keep those going. Turn the heat back on. Here, I turned it off so I could step away. We're 200-ish on the oil, so we're waiting on oil to get up to 300. You mean this thing? I used it to cut tonight's potatoes, but I did it the way he tells people to do it, not the way he did it. He did like the cross-cut waffle fries, but then he later explained if you cut them the way I do, the oil doesn't penetrate them because they're crinkly. Oh, that's cute too. I got one of those around here somewhere too. What I did with that. There. Might be in here somewhere, but this is a little dangerous to investigate. My miscellaneous knife drawer. Don't see it there either. I don't know what I did with that. I got the sniffles tonight. Allergies or something got my nose going. Took my allergy pill last night, right? I take my allergy pill at night. I take an allergy pill. I think I took my allergy pill last night. I'm usually pretty good about my pills. $250, $260. Besides, my allergy pill is the fun pill. It's the chewable that dissolves into sugar and orange flavor. Orange everything. By the way, I discovered that Listerine, I was saying that Listerine discontinued its orange flavor with COVID, or in 2020, and I found a new one. It's alcohol-free though. I sort of like alcohol-filled mouthwash, but I want the burn. I want to know it's doing something. Yeah, I take, it's not a prescription, I take Alivert. It's over the counter. It's just the one that works for me. I've tried most of them at this point. It's not as widely available. I usually have to find it on, I can usually find it locally, but it's usually a horrible price and such a small package and yada yada yada. It's pretty widely available, but it's and I do the actual one too, even though like it's odd. Like certain ones work well and other ones don't. Even if they're using the same medicine. Like I've tried the generic version of it that's an actual pill that's like, I don't know, a tenth or even a smaller percentage of the price. And it just doesn't work as well either. Five-minute timer on the pies to remind me to go take another look at them. I didn't have a timer on them. They're starting to get nice and brown on top, but I want them brown. I want them cool. give it just a little bit longer. I'm thinking 325-ish as an average in there. That sounds amazing, other than, well, I like olives. I don't think they're a big crowd pleaser item. But, I mean, if you know your audience. Otherwise, it sounds great. It's quite the spread. Cheeseburger nachos. Alright, gonna go in with our first set of fries. We're gonna do three batches of fries here. And my camera sensor hates light. You can tell in the center it's just sort of giving up with the speed of the bubbles. Extended the timer another 5 minutes. So I checked into it 30 seconds early. I could maybe pull them at this point. I want to cook them longer. Ooh, we got a long stream tonight. I didn't realize we'd go this long. Need to change my earbuds. Fine salt over the fresh fried taters. and start working on our next batch. Round 2. Ooh, these might need a second fry, even though I've boiled them. Good flavor, soft and cooked through, not very crispy. Like, they're not going to be bad, but I like potato. Like, these would be like the worst thing in the world for my dad, who doesn't even like potato but will occasionally eat fries. I keep eating the fries. I shouldn't be doing that. Anti-pesto? What's wrong with pesto? Hi, Kip. What are Italian hot dogs? Bacon barbecue nachos sound good. Barbecue chicken bacon pizza, that's a winner. Spinach and crab dip. Don't know that it really competes with everything else there. Everything else there is pretty heavy hitters, so that. Just say no to Bud Light. Like, it's probably not going to pull out a beer that I would be happy with, though, at the same time. I'm still going to give him another couple minutes. Yeah, and all the more reason to drink something worth drinking. Now, give me a Molson, give me a Labatt, give me a Yingling. None of this. Ugh. Fine salt over our next batch of fries here. I think I'm going to live with these fries as they are, but if I wanted to serve them somewhere properly or to someone else, they need a second 400 degree high temp fry. Carolina style. Are they like coated in mustard? Those both sound amazing. I would go for caramel corn over the salted popcorn, but I know like regular plain popcorn seems to be all the rage these days as far as the healthy late night snack. Turn the oven off. Let's get our trivet out. For anyone just joining in, this is our lemon cucumber, so sort of a white, yellow cucumber, red onion, baby tomato, sheep yogurt, and herb salad. I'm going to be adding these radish sprouts in there to finish that. Let's see what our pies turned out looking like. Two-hander. Second batch of fries fared fairly well. Maybe it was just how I handled the first ones. Had a fair amount of leakage over here, but this one I think is mostly, well, no, I think that's a little pie leakage. I'd assume that would be the butter because with the layered butter in the dough, I could see the butter leaking out. Hand cut these potatoes earlier. Entirely by hand. I was able to cut them, like my hand cuts wavily. I use this thing. I'm going to move this off the cutting board now that everyone's gotten a good glance at those though. And now we get to figure out how we plate dinner tonight. How convenient. We need to wait for these pies to cool down a bit. Even though I'm basically ready with everything else here, I'm sort of realizing we should wait a moment. Fries. So I think our next step here is actually, I'm going to take another break. We're going to hang out, do another 5-minute break here. Or maybe we'll finish out the, I don't know if it's going to restart the video with that guy or not. Hopefully it'll pick up where it was and we'll watch the rest of that video from that guy. If not, I'm going to switch it up to the other style ads. And I will see all you lovely folks here in 5 to 7 minutes after we let these pies cool down a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, management.
If you've ever been to Venice, you remember the gondolas and the picturesque waterways. And you remember the food, too. Superb food, prepared with that very special Italian touch. The same special Italian touch that Chef Boyardee sauce with meat can give to your meals over here. Because the recipe for this tangy sauce has been brought over from Italy by this famous Italian chef. Chef Boyardee sauce with meat is made from juicy, sun-ripened tomatoes and tender, quality beef, simmered in a spicy sauce that makes a rice and cheese loaf, a casserole, or a spaghetti dish a real Italian-style dish. So when you'd like to add that special Italian touch to your dinner, do it with Chef Boyardee sauce with meat. Try Chef Boyardee sauce with mushrooms, too. Both are prepared from the chef's own Italian recipe.
Pull the cutter out. Place the handle in the center and twist it out. This is what they call
You
a
are
French
now looking at a
curve.
slice of bread
When you
being
fry
spread
these,
with
they come
creamy-style
out like donuts,
Skippy
nice
peanut
and
butter, as
brown.
only Mary
Serve
Ellen
them with
can
your
spread it.
steaks or pot roast them.
All right, now, as you look at that, I
Unwind
don't want you to
it,
leave me
there's
because
the
I want
curl
to show
of
you
one
something, believe it or not, that a lot of people
Tomorrow
like
morning for
even
breakfast,
better.
wind a
Suppose we
little
were to
strip of
take
bacon
some
around the
fresh
potato,
roasted
serve them with
peanuts
bacon
here,
eggs,
and
they're
like Mary
delicious.
Ellen has been doing all
Different colored
evening, and putting them in a
vegetables,
nut
wind them
shopper
together,
here.
and you get
Give a
the
couple
two
of
colors.
more little
Here's
shots,
a
will you
little
please?
trick cut.
You think that'll do
curl
just fine.
halfway
Now you
through the
find
pepper.
in there
If
some
you're
just
making a
tiny
shrimp
little
salad and you happen
golden
to
nuggets
run
of
short
roasted
of shrimp,
peanuts. And they are
mix these in
colossal.
with the
I
regular
want to try
shrimp.
something here.
On my
Suppose
word,
we were
you
to take
couldn't
these,
tell
now
the
let me try
difference
experiment,
until
you
you
mind,
start
honey?
to eat 'em.
And
Now, the
we
rest of the potato,
sprinkle
you
them
stuff it.
over
We'll
the
call this a little chicken.
creamy style
We'll
Skippy.
call this
Say, how's
here
that, huh?
some hamburger.
Ooh, that
You
looks
might
good.
have a
It does
little
look good. All I did
laying
that
in the
for was to tell you
icebox
that you
for a
can
few
get that
days.
and enjoy it
Chop them
anytime
up
you want. You won't have to go
fine,
through any
seasoned
chopping
highly.
process either because
Stuff
the
it
Skippy people
into the
do that
center
for
of the
you in
potato
chunk
and
style.
bake
That's
them
done
with
for you up in the
skin
factory.
long.
Now,
When they're done,
chunk style,
cut
you
them
see,
in
has
two.
sprinkled all
Serve
through
them
it
off
very
the half
generously
shell,
through the
just
entire
like that.
jar.
Serve
Those
them in
golden
slices
little
when company
nuggets
calls.
that you saw, they're just
More
about like
company you
that.
have,
So that's already
the
done
thinner
for you
you
there.
cut the
Now, of
slices.
course, either
If your
style, whether
mother-in-law
it's cream
calls,
or
give her a
chunky.
beef piece
If you
like
get
that.
Skippy, you
Now,
are
the
getting the
second
peanut
tool
butter
in the
that
set
stays
is
fresh
known
right
as
down
the
to the last
garnishing knife.
spoonful in
Everything
the
you
jar.
cut with this
And so I
must
make it very
come out
simple again. I
fast.
want you to know
Watch
that
this,
this is
please.
an honest fact.
You cut down,
If you like
you turn the
peanuts,
potato, and then you cut through
you'll like
the egg.
Skippy.
First one way, then the other. Sweet potatoes cut like this. Drop them into
Univac, the giant electronic brain made only by Remington Rand, takes business statistics from magnetic tape, letters, numbers, and punctuation marks, processing them through its electronic circuits at phenomenal speed. Univac can compute payrolls electronically, then produce printed checks in a flash. Over 8,000 checks an hour with this high-speed printer. Univac leads the field of electronic
Put them one
computing.
on top of each other. Cross-cut the slices, and you'll never eat a French fry any other way. The potatoes cut like this will not absorb the fat because they're garnished around. Pineapples cut for your pineapple and cheese salad, cut them the same way. Here is one, and this is a vanity. Cuts any thickness or any size. Open it for a thick slice, close to the top for a thin slice. Saratoga chips, you can make them for 3 or 4 pennies a pound. Just pull the blade towards you like this. If you want the slices thicker than this,
What?
open the blade.
Keeping the coffee in the icebox?
Shoestrings for your
Yes,
Friday
Mr. Jones,
dinner,
it's a new kind of
down
coffee.
like this.
Roasted by a new secret process. Hence, this new none such coffee has a different flavor. A flavor preserved by vacuum packing. The flavor retained by refrigeration after the jar has been opened. Just taste it. You can't miss that delicate aroma, that clean, mellow taste. Yes, in cooking, the way to a man's heart is most of all through the coffee pot. In every jar, you'll find 3 special pointers, valuable in all methods of making coffee. Try new none such coffee now. Use half the jar. If not 100% satisfied, get all your money back from your grocer without argument. Special for movie week, only 28 cents a pound, plus 3 cents refundable deposit on the jar.
Dip this into a little flour so it doesn't stick to
A pleasure,
the dough,
Milton.
and as you roll
Just
it
a moment,
over
we'll
the
see how well
dough,
Milton does
that
at the
will cut
Pentagon.
the noodles
But if
in
you want to
long
see busy
strips 10 at a
hands
time.
at your house,
Did
just
you
you
ever
offer this
try
lively
to chop
Christmas
up the
party
little
dip
nuts
that's
for
so
cake?
good to serve with
I've
king-size
seen ladies
Fritos
chop
corn
nuts
chips.
and the nuts
Just follow the
stand up
recipe
on
right on the
shield.
Fritos package.
Sometimes
Of
you
course,
chop
it
the
calls
ends
for
off
the
your
famous
finger.
Philadelphia
When you
brand
chop up
cream
the little
cheese.
nuts for
An
cake.
8-ounce package, which we
Cooked
blended with 2
meat,
tablespoons
clams
of milk
for chowder
till it's nice and
soup, throw
smooth,
into
like
your
so.
soup.
Then
Making
come
a
2
little
tablespoons
pepper
of Kraft
or chicken
cream-style
hash is
horseradish
just
for
the
zesty
beef
flavor,
throats
a
rolling
quarter
it up and
teaspoon
down.
of Worcestershire
Why,
sauce,
here is without a
and
doubt
finally,
the
a dash of
meanest
salt.
thing in the world to cut
We'll blend our
parsley.
Philly mixture
Put that in
again.
a grinder.
And when party
You
time
really
comes, let
grind
the
it
folks
too
enjoy
fine.
this wonderful
This
Philly
machine,
horseradish
instead
dip
of crushing
with
the
crisp
parsley,
king-size Fritos.
cuts it quick,
There are those busy
clean,
hands.
and
Just remember,
dry,
you make the
leaving
best-tasting dips
every bit
with
of
the freshest
juice
tasting cream
and
cheese
every
you can
bit of
buy.
the flavor.
Philadelphia
Now, to
brand
cool this
cream
machine,
cheese,
you press the
made
button.
only
Rinse
by
it out
Kraft.
in a little water. When you're through using it,
No wonder my laundry bill is so high. All those napkins last week.
Doeskin.
What?
You should use doeskin dinner napkins.
Paper napkins? Oh, no.
I don't mean thin little paper napkins, but doeskin dinner napkins. You'll love them.
Everybody loves doeskin dinner napkins. These soft linen-like napkins are 2-ply in smart formal fold, in white and in beautiful pastel colors. And doeskin dinner napkins are big. They cover your whole lap and they stay put. What's more, they last throughout the meal and they leave no lint.
They are nice. And they would save my linen.
They save you money, too. Doeskin dinner napkins cost only 49 cents for 5 dozen. That's a fraction of a penny apiece.
All right, Dottie.
You'll find doeskin dinner napkins, doeskin facial tissues, and other doeskin products at your favorite grocery, supermarket, department store, or drugstore. Look for the brown dispenser box.
Doeskin.
out of the oven.
No, Panda. Just me. What are you doing, camera? I'm over here. Welcome back, chat. Welcome back, everyone. You hear 2 audios? Do you still hear 2 audios? Or was it just during the video? During the ads? Was it playing the, like, guy talking about stuff and the ads? Or was it repeating the same video about the ads? Okay, so continuing with our fun here. We have our cheeseburger pie that needs to be unmolded. Ooh. That was unmolding the wrong way. decent side to it. Nice golden brown sides. Got that butter everywhere. I sort of want to use this plate now that I've seen that there. We have our leaf lettuce from the other night that I saved just for this project. We're going to take the white parts off. White crunchy parts off. We're going to add our radish sprouts into our salad. You can go even heavier on the sprouts here. There we go, there we have our plate. I mean, I guess I could have maybe fudged this over here and over here a little more. We'll leave it. This is going to be the first part to this. We got to break into this pie. I can't make a pie like this and not break into it. So I'm going to take a photo or two here with everything together just on the plate. Phone, where did I put my phone tonight? Alright. Now for the big reveal. Let me get a photo of this before I try and lift it up to give everyone the proper scene. This could be fragile enough that it doesn't survive lifting up. Okay. So now let's try and brave this. There we go. Which, soft top to it. Like, that is not... Like, I'm sort of surprised after doing this that someone is not, like, got a factory pumping these out. Like, with how much American people love their cheeseburgers, people around the world love cheeseburgers. Very happy with this dinner tonight. You can see the flakiness there and the edge of that. I guess I wasn't on scene for that, but alright. I think that is where we're going to be leaving it for tonight. I greatly appreciate all of you lovely people hanging out with me. I'm going to be back here tomorrow night, taking what leftovers there may be from stuff around here and making cheeseburger soup. I think the leftovers are going to be mostly the leftover American cheese. I had a great time doing this. I think this turned out lovely. Wish photos maybe a little bit better, but Hope to see you all back tomorrow night. I'm not going to raid out tonight. I hope you have a lovely evening. Good night.